will be making a video on starting an IV. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to confirm with the doctor that starting an IV is appropriate and that there is IV medication that is required for the patient. And as soon as I did that, I will go and gather supplies. I will gather the IV catheter. It's a 22 gauge, the starting kit, and then a flush. Then what I'm going to do is go into the patient's room and knock on her door. Hi, good morning. My name is Justina. I'll be your nurse. Can I have you start out by telling me your first name, last name, and date of birth?
Lexi Fields, 9/20/96.
Great. And then I'm gonna check the patient's wristband with what she just said, and it's confirmed. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scan her wristband, and I'm going to let her know. So the doctor ordered you some IV medication, so that requires me to start an IV on you. Have you ever had an IV before?
I have.
Great. So you know that you might feel this cooling sensation. It might get a little bit puffy, a little bit aggravated with movement. All right, great. But the things that you don't want to see are tingling sensation, numbness, hot to the touch, anything like that. If you're experiencing any of that, let us know.
Okay.
All right, great. So I will perform hand hygiene, put on my gloves, put on my gloves, put on my gloves, and then I will close the blinds. Close the blinds. Okay. And I will take out the IV, open the IV pack. I would have closed the blinds without my gloves. So the first thing that I'm going to do is apply a tourniquet and ask the patient if they have a preferred arm. Do you have a preferred arm?
My right arm, please.
Perfect. So before turning, find a vein, and I found a good one right there. And you want to make sure that it's going to take. So I'm going to apply a tourniquet just above it. I'm going to make sure that it's still there. Great. So after that, I'm going to take the chlorhexidine, and I'm going to crack it, and I'm going to wipe down the arm area for 30 seconds. And it kind of an up and down motion, side to side. Okay. Now I'm going to let that dry, and while I let that dry, I'm going to take 2 pieces of tape. I'm going to rip them and put them on my tray. So then I'm going to open my catheter. I'm going to put it right on the tray as well. I'm going to take the sticker, and I am going to document it with my initials, the date that I inserted it, and then the gauge, which is 22. Once the 2 minutes have passed, I'm going to assess if the vein popped up. And if it didn't, I'll leave the tourniquet in. But if it did, then I'm going to take it off, and it did. So I'm going to take that off. And so the next thing that I'm going to do is I will undo the needle. I'm going to insert the needle. I'm going to look for a little bit of flashback. And if I see some, then I will proceed into the vein. But if I don't, then I'm going to discard it and get a new one. But I did. which is great. So I'm going to insert it. And then it pushed back. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put gauze under the catheter. And then I will get the 2 pieces of tape to anchor the IV. I am going to see if I'm going to flush it, or attach the flush. Then I'm going to put the sticker on the IV. I'm going to flush the IV to flush the vein. And after I get a good flush, I'm going to take off the syringe. Great. And then the sticker is going to be on. And then after that's all done, I'm going to let her know if you start feeling any warmth to the touch or tingling or numbness or anything like that, let me know.
Okay.
And I will come right in and let me know if there's any questions you have.
Okay. Thank you.
So then I'm going to remove my gloves, take the retracted needle, put it in this sharps container, and I will take all the other stuff and throw it away. I'm going to remove my gloves, throw them away, perform hand hygiene, and then I will document that she has an IV in.